AskReddit by I'm Dead Mayo. What jobs get too much pay for their work, and why? Managers who don't manage. Had a manager say the quiet part out loud, got fired for it. I love my position. I can just do nothing and watch you all do my job. Solely based on the latest Boeing news, CEOs and board members. Boeing CEO is trying to deflect damage with the excuse that the company hasn't made a profit in years. If that's so, what's the point of giving him $30 million a year plus bonuses? Along with the board? What's the reason they are all getting raises every year if the company isn't turning a profit? That's exactly it. If they spend the money on wages, they can say that they're not making a profit, because they've taken all the profit there would have been and made it their wages. Look up the salary for your local Goodwill president. They're non-profit, so it's public knowledge. Just Google it. You will be disgusted. And there's no requirements for the job. Truth. CEO for the Goodwill I work at makes between $600,000 $2.10 mil. They pay us dog shit, naturally. Then when we ask for raises, they tell us it's not about the money. Okay, if that's the case, why don't you decline your annual raise, which is larger than all of our annual salaries? If it's truly not about the money, you're more than welcome to forfeit your salary and/or donate it, but I don't see you doing that. As long as bills are paid with money, it will be about the money. I don't come here each morning because I just absolutely love working. Yeah, jackass. Deleted. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a mega church preacher so my millions of loyal fans can each send me $1. State-funded university administrators, especially presidents. It's mostly political, and you don't have to be good at too much, or even very bright. You can be a shitty person and do a shit job for years, collect $500K per year, easy, plus housing, car, and all sorts of other benefits, and move on to another school and do the same thing. It's not about results, but being paid to be a figurehead, effective or respected or not. Paid to take credit or blame as they choose. That's horrible. Where do I apply? Not air traffic control. They deserve a raise. They deserve their union back. Anyone else looking for a career change and browsing through these comments for ideas? Mayo. I'm applying for the CEO job for Goodwill and president of my local university. I'm bound to get one of them, right? Influencers, politicians. My son and daughter-in-law are influencers. We were out for dinner one night with them and my son is looking at his phone. It's 100 now, not 80, he said to her without even looking up. They emailed you the catalog, so pick what you want. Translation: the original offer of $80K had been up to $100K, and the company would give them whatever they wanted for free. My mind boggles every time I think about it. Realtor. My last realtor was complaining how much time my house was taking from her. I still have no idea what she did other than listed my house. There was 2 open houses and she was not there. She had some intern do it. I could see why you needed a relator before the internet. Signed with a real estate agent. Same day mentioned to a friend. Next morning got a call from someone offering full price, no questions asked. Paid cash and closed in a couple of weeks. Real estate agent collects 6%. What a rip-off. I used my friend as a real estate agent and he did a lot of legwork for me and my ex when we were looking for houses. Now selling my house. I'll do it myself. Realtors. Make a business so arcane regular people can't buy or sell a house without paying them tens of thousands of dollars. Like car salesman. I'm an entry-level fixed plant machine operator, $140K, a year for a job that requires no skills, no high-risk work license, and we only work 50% of the year. Absolutely insane. And a lot of my co-workers complain about pay, how much they have to work. Since it looks like you're from Ors, a garbo once complained I was charging too much, till he found out how much I earned. He was earning more than me for less hours. I knew a Ford plant foreman, before it was shuttered, in Geelong, who was getting to the tune of $210K. No wonder Ford and Toyota manufacturing no longer exist in Victoria. Influencers. If you count YouTubers as influencers, the ones who actually make enough money to quit their day job really do put in a lot of work. Regularly putting out weekly content to feed the algorithm, coming up with ideas, scripting, shooting, editing, etc. is a ton of work. I mainly follow some pretty niche topics that I find interesting, so I can't say for the rest of YouTube though. I'm an accountant and my desk is next to the marketing department. Whatever they're getting paid, it's too much. I hear them talk about reality TV all day. Marketing is necessary and I'm sure some work very hard. I just haven't ran across one in my career yet. The marketing department for my company bragged about how they put out 53 digital flyers last year. They made 53 Facebook posts and cross-posted them to LinkedIn. There's like 6 people up there. I swear they don't do anything. Healthcare sector administrators. Insurance deals between them are why everything is so expensive in the US. Realtors are worthless in the age of online listings. They're just like travel agents, happy to see them disintermediated. I do think there is a time and place for a reliable travel agent. Any medical administration job is way overpaid. The seer at our hospital makes something like $8 million a year. I really want someone to ask this guy in public if he really thinks he is more valuable to the hospital system than having another 80 fucking nurses or 23 extra doctors. Laughable. Edit. Changed CMO to CEO. C-suite executives. They should be paid a lot, but not nearly what they get. Anything to do with social media. I would argue they get exactly what they deserve and probably too little, unless they are the mega core, then they get too much. The actual content producers get near zero from the companies that are thriving off their work. Unless you think people providing entertainment have no value. But yet it goes beyond entertainment. How many people are there building content on Reddit for niche hobbies that get zero compensation for their work? College sports coaches. Realtors hands down. The amount of failed traders and bankers who got lucky simply being in the right place and right time in Miami is infuriating. They walk around trying to chat me up about the numbers in the economy and using big words incorrectly. I want to dropkick all of them. One literally had to quit because he couldn't pass the quite easy Series 7 exam after 4 attempts and now tries to invite me to his classes on reading the trends from his fucking Bentley. I will burn my beach property before giving some asswipe 7% to sell it to someone who won't even live there, higher price or not. I still have some decency and respect for my neighbors and community. Series 7 is cake too. What you're describing reminds me of those realtors in the movie The Big Short. School administrators. You have schools struggling to keep the lights on, but the superintendent makes 6 figures. And how about all of the layers of admin beyond superintendent, especially the ones that sit in district offices all day doing who knows what? Edit. I should have clarified that I am not talking about building principals, assistant principals. I think they very clearly have a lot on their plates. Might get massive downvotes, but athletes and celebrities. I think the important thing to remember for this is the number that don't make it. If you aren't at the very top of a popular sport, you are probably making less than minimum wage and relying on family. It's a pretty sharp drop too. Important to point that out to all the kids trying to be an athlete. Professional Redditor. You don't want to even know how much I get paid to shitpost. You hiring? My posts are pretty shitty. Mega church leaders, politicians and big corporation CEO. They pay less to zero taxes too.